SF has been focusing on very targeted outfits, which mainly included Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Toba. We've been able to eliminate their leadership in Kashmir Valley, and the number of leaders who are surviving is very limited now. As along our CI ops against the terrorists, we've been able to eliminate some of the groups altogether. AGH, hardly anybody exists now. One or two fellows are left. Al-Badr is almost decimated. HM is demolished to a large extent. So overall number of active militants in the valley has come down. And the number of active militants in Jammu region is also 8, with the surrender of one militant couple of days ago in Kishtwar. Our second target was the terror support network, because of which the militancy thrives and survives in the state. So therefore our strong action was targeted against OGWs, and a very large number OGWs were picked up, arrested, detained. Apart from them, we have also taken care of the organizations which were resorting to unlawful activities like Jamaat-e-Islami, JKLF, and their activists and leaders also have been booked under various sections of law. Recently, terror monitoring group has also been created, which is headed by Additional DG CID of the state. That group also has done a wonderful job. A very large number of terror funding modules have been targeted by them. So on the whole, situation showed good improvement, and we have seen that Shri Amarnath Ji Yatra, which has been there for the last little over 1 month, has seen 3,40,000 people visiting the holy cave. For the Yatra, we had made extensive security arrangements right from Lakhanpur onward, on the highway and on both the tracks. There, unfortunately, were some nefarious designs from the side of the enemy. They have tried to sort of create an atmosphere of fear here, and they have resorted to a couple of IDs, some of which have been mentioned by General Dillon. Last evening only they had attacked one of our army convoys in Shopia area, but luckily there is no loss to our manpower, to our convoy party. We were able to take care of that ID. After that, 3 days back, we were also getting inputs regarding certain specific inputs with regard to laying of IDs and attacking the Yatra. So therefore, last 3 days have been very hectic for us. We have been carrying out searches as told to you, and which has led to the cache of explosive material, the Pakistani made mine, and the snipers that you have seen just now. From our side, our security gate on ground is fully geared up to take care of any security threats, security challenges. Overall scenario in Jammu region with regard to land order and militancy is very well under control. But there is a large number of ceasefire violations in Jammu region, also as Jansab told about ceasefire violation in this sector. So therefore there is a heightened activity along the borders also. But our anti-infiltration grid is strong enough to take care of the infiltration bids. They have made number of infiltration bids in both the sectors, Jammu and Kashmir sector, but most of them have been successfully thwarted. As told by General Dillon, we have always welcomed our youth to our fold. We do not want any kind of harm should come to them. So therefore we have been encouraging them to come back, even in the cases where they left their houses, went to join the militant cadres, militant ranks. our appeals and appeals from the parents did make a lot of difference. We were able to get many of them back home, and we are happy that they are again part of their family. They are leading a happy life. We would also like that other militants who have joined recently, we would appeal to them also to come back and join their families. We would be as sympathetic to them as we have been with regard to the others who have come back and reunited with their families. So far as active militants are concerned, our operations are on. They will continue to be on. Even last evening we had launched an operation in Chopia area. We are waiting for the results of that area. Similarly, a couple of days ago, Munna Lahori was eliminated along with his associated. He was also a big terror, and he was responsible for a couple of IDs, including making of ID which was used in a car blast incident at Banihal. Similarly, Fayaz Panju has been eliminated just a couple of days ago. He was also responsible for both the blast at Dispura and ID blast at Banihal. So therefore our efforts from security force side are on, that we create as peaceful atmosphere for our people as possible, and our efforts would continue in that direction. I would like my IG Kashmir Zone to speak to you about the ID modules which have been utilized in the recent past. Thank you very much. As earlier also clarified by our ADG Law and Order, we have been into a number of activities for the last 9-10 months. You had Panchayat elections, urban and local body elections, followed by parliamentary elections, and now this Amarnath Ji Yatra which is going on. The troops which came did not get a chance to relax for a while. So we've been requesting MHA, our request went to them even before the Yatra started, to give some relief to the troops already deployed. And now in view of the fresh inputs that we are getting, that violence level are likely to be increased by the militants. So keeping in view the both, we have tried to strengthen our CI grid on the ground and law and order grid on the ground. So that we already told that these troops would give some relief to the troops already deployed. There's a time for turnover, and they would also come to relax for some time. And then we would also like to keep our CI grid in as much active form as required. These speculations are mainly in the social media domain as to the number of troops coming in, number of troops which are on way and all. The numbers are much exaggerated. Numbers are not that high, but definitely the numbers that are being inducted are not more than the numbers which are already existing here, who need some rest and relief. The number is not as big as